Okay, so this video is basically a ranting video. Yeah. So here I have a list of things I want to rant about. These are my personal opinions, and yeah. So I'm just gonna name out things on my top 10 list I have here, and I'm just gonna rant about them because they need to be ranted about. Anyways, these are my personal opinions, so it's nothing really, anything that really, matters, I guess. Number one, shock me lines. They annoy me when you have to wait like 20 minutes to pay for stuff. So for example, you need to go to the store because you only have to pay for 2 things. You have to go and you have to rush and do stuff. And you have to wait in this whole long line you have to wait 20 minutes for just because you need to pay for those 2 things. That irritates me so much. Why is it a thing? Why? And okay. My personal opinion on that is you need more cashiers. So you get your little butts in the booth. Type, scan real fast. Because honestly, it's annoying. You should do that. Because people like me need to hurry up. Number 2, helpless romances. Movies versus reality. Okay? Number 1 thing. Movies definitely overdo romance than reality. So for example, you meet someone at the mall. You think, oh, they're so attractive. But what happens is in the movies, you go and see them, you walk right up to them, and I'm gonna ask this person out, they ask this person out, they have an amazing date the next day, they're in love after they have sex. Real life, when you meet someone in real life at the mall, and you think they're attractive, you just stare. You just stare. You don't even talk to them. And if you do talk to them, you don't just automatically go on a date because y'all are strangers. So I definitely do think movies do overdo reality. Even if it's an action movie, if you go to punch someone in an action movie, they're not gonna like pass out. In real life, they're probably gonna get knocked out. Movies definitely do overdo reality, and it kind of makes me mad because reality is definitely over-assumed because of the movies. Number 3, I have a big pet peeve of people staring at me in general. I just feel like it's very nerve-wracking. So when people stare at me while I'm eating, I hate when people stare at me while eating and people just staring at me in general. Putting those 2 things together don't work very well, do they? So what goes to my mind is, can you not stare? Do you want the food because you can have the food? Just take the food. Just take the food. Do you want some? Because you can ask me. Because honestly, it's better than you staring at me. Just take the food if you must, but just stop. Just stop staring at me. And if you have a problem, just stop. Just mind my own business. I'm eating. I'm not gonna stare at you while you're eating. Just let me be. Okay? Yeah. School. Number 4 is school. School. You go there, you waste half of your life at school because you gotta learn that knowledge, people say. You go to school for 5 days a week. If you're in grade school and university or colleges, whenever you get your classes for, but you go to school and you learn the same thing every single day. You see, you gotta go to learn new things. It makes you smart. It does make you smart, but you sweet old you need to think about it because you are really just doing the same thing over and over again, and then you have to go home and do homework because the teachers decide, I'm going to give you homework because you know what, it's your free time, so let me give you homework. I don't know, but it's always bothered me. Number 5 is phone battery. You know that moment when you're out doing something, or you're with friends, or you're downstairs and your phone charges upstairs and your phone tells you low battery, and it's at that 1%, so you run to get that phone on that charger before it dies, but as soon as you go to plug it in, it dies. Why do electronics have to die? I mean, whether it's a laptop or anything like that, why? Just live forever. Just live forever. You don't need no battery, man. Just, why do I have to charge you? Can you just last as long as I need to use you? That would be nice. Number 6 is something that happens a lot in grade school. More in the younger years. When, you're sitting on a carpet or you're learning a lesson in class and that kid over there decides, I'm gonna fart. Person farts, turns to me and goes, that person farted. Man, I did not fart. I didn't fart. Why are you telling me I farted? You take your little stenches, your little stinkies, or your little, your little farts, and put them over there with you, because over here, plain old me, or plain old you didn't fart. If I farted, I would take the blame for it, and if you fart, you take the blame for you, because you did it. You decided you wanted to let that out of you. You need to take that blame for it, man. Just, you did it. You accept that you did it, and you move on with your life, because it's embarrassing. You decided to do it. You gotta pay for what you decided to do. You have to pay for it. Number 8. People who don't understand, or they don't take the time to understand. Okay. So if you have a problem, or it's a math question, or it's an English question, or something with school, or you know what I mean? And you just give up right away. Or, for example, someone tells you something, and you need help with it, or you aren't exactly doing that same thing. You're not used to doing that thing. You don't do that kind of stuff. But someone tells you that they need help with something and you don't get it. You just give up. You don't take the time to understand, and you don't process it through your mind. You may not understand something, but you need to just accept what is happening. You need to just think about it as much as possible and just go on and help the person who needs the help. You need to take the time to understand it. A lot in life is people just giving up as easy as possible because they don't get something or they don't understand something. You need to just go on with life, but you need to take the time to understand stuff and just not give up as fast as possible because you don't get that one thing. Or you're not understanding that one person because they're doing this, or they're like this, or they're upset because you don't understand. And you're not taking the time to understand. That's something people need to learn how to do. It's important that you understand stuff in life, and you might take time to understand something, but it needs to happen. People need to understand and take time to understand. Okay, number 9. And this one's gonna get a little bit gross. The human body. Okay, the human body. People are so self-conscious nowadays because it's just so sad. It's the world, right? And number 9, number 10 kind of tie in with each other. For example, a girl has her period. A girl's too embarrassed to talk about it because people are too judgmental about it. And it's your body. It's something that happens to everyone. For example, you're growing up. It's your body, or you don't. Maybe your hair is different than anybody else. You have a different style. Your nails are different shapes, or your ears are different. They're smaller or bigger, but that's you. That's you. And you being so self-conscious because of what people think it's not gonna get you very far. And yes, it's because people ultimately want to be self-conscious, but people, you need to learn that it's you and it's life. You can't just go on with life about always thinking about what you look like, or this is happening to me. I can't move on. This is happening to me, but I can't talk about it. For example, sex. People don't talk about sex enough. When it comes down to it, it's always not the way they want to because they don't talk about it enough. They don't. And, it can lead in bad results. And it also relies on communication. The human body is an amazing thing. And it's important to learn about it, and embrace what it is. And you are you. And it's, you need to be you. And you shouldn't feel so bad about who you are because it's your body, it's you. Embrace it while you have it because it's you. It's all of you, and you is you, and it's important because it's good to be different, And okay. Number 10 is judgment. This is a big one in life, and it happens a lot. Every single day. People shouldn't be judged for the mistakes that they make. People aren't a lost cause because they made a simple mistake. They aren't. Everybody makes mistakes, but people get judged way too much for making a little mistake. You make a mistake, you need to move on because you learn from your mistakes. You won't do it again. There you go. The world always has this thought that you just need to always be judged. You bought this new shirt, this person's gonna be like, I don't like that shirt. There you go. You don't want to wear the shirt ever again because people judge you for it. Again, it's you. You need to be you, and people need to learn that if you don't like something or you have nothing nice to say, and I know this has been said a lot of times, but you need to keep it to yourself. Because you can't go around hurting everyone just being so judgmental in your life. You can't live your life like that. It's not going to get you very far, and it's not going to make you happy, that's for sure. Judging people is not nice, and honestly, it's hurtful. And it needs to change because it relies back to subconscious, because people are getting judged for who they are. Means they are getting self-conscious and they don't like who they are because they are different, and it's good to be different. I think judgment it needs to just ease down and needs to stop. You know? Okay, that is it for the video. Those are just kind of rants about what has been on my mind, and things I kind of see a lot of people rant about, and I thought, why not rant about it too? So, yeah, that's it. And you know, it'd be nice if you guys help me out by, you know, liking, commenting, you know. Maybe if you comment some of your opinions on their rants or things you like to rant about and you need to rant about. But it'd be nice if you guys subscribe, show some support. If you like the video, like it, and I will think about more video ideas to do. So, I'm heading out, and just remember to live your life.